The Dayton, Pennsylvania Fairgrounds hosted 27 stake events over 2 days for their annual fair meet. To open the card on the first day, Blissful Artist, making her first fair appearance of the year, came from last at the half to win the first division of the Pennsylvania Sire Stake Filly Pace for 3-year-olds. Trained by Randy Neal and driven by Eric Neal, the Blissful Hall filly scored in 2:04. In the second division, Roger Hammer's Caramel Chino won for the 7th consecutive start, pacing in 2 minutes flat, the day's fastest mile. Hammer also trains and was in the bike behind the All-American native filly. Later in the day, in a 3-year-old colt pacing sire stake, the McArdle Colt Constructor gave Eric Neal his 3rd driving tally of the day, pacing in 2:04. In the final colt pacing division, Evening Shadows picked up his 7th win in the last 8 starts, winning in 2:01 2/5 for driver Jordan Miller. The Blissful Hall gelding is owned and trained by Charles Von C. The day's richest races were 2 $5,800 divisions, the Pennsylvania Sire Stake Sophomore Colt Trot. Georgian Diablo, owned and trained by Jim Doherty, won the first division in 2:05 4/5 for driver Bill Doherty Jr. In the second group, Cadence Hall went wire-to-wire in 2:06 1 for trainer-driver Bill Doherty and owner Susan Doherty. In Quaker Stake action, Stealth Flight by Blissful Hall cruised to an easy 2:04 4/5 win for driver Brady Brown and trainer Steve Schoeffel. And the winner is number 1, Stealth Flight. 2-year-olds were in action on day 2 in 3 divisions. The Pennsylvania Sire Stake Freshman Colt Trot started the card. Roger Hammer guided his own SJ's Caviar colt, NF T-Bone, to a victory in the opener in 2:07. It was the 2nd straight win on the circuit for NF T-Bone. The last 2 divisions were captured by horses owned by the Dunn stable and trained by Boots Dunn. First up was Sharpshooter G, driven by Chris Shaw. The Broadway Hall colt won in 2:08 2/5. Redder Than Red by SJ's Caviar won the 3rd division in 2:05 3 with Hammer at the lines. In the first colt pacing sire stake, Nuclear Enemy by Nuclear Breeze was a 2:03 3/5 winner for Hammer. It was the colt's 4th win in 8 career outings. The next 2 divisions were won by owner-trainer Don Lark and driver Steve Schoeffel, as Danger High Joltage and Struther were winners. Danger High Joltage by Village Jolt paced in 2:04, while stablemate Struther by Yankee Cruiser crossed the wire in 2:05 2/5. In the first division, the Pennsylvania Sire Stake Filly Pace, Roger Hammer and Frank Dettori's Paints Hall was a winner for the 5th time this season, pacing in 2:04 4/5. Hammer had a pair of horses in the race, so Steve Schoeffel picked up the winning catch drive. The second division was a tight battle between 2 local horses, Caribe on the inside for Dave Brickle and Kissing Yankees on the outside for Eric Neal. The pair crossed the wire in 2:04 3/5, and the photo showed that Caribe and Brickle held on by a nose. In the next division, Hammer made a return trip to the winner's circle with another of his fillies, Shoot Out the Lights, a daughter of Dragon Again. The filly paced the mile in 2:04 2/5. The day's final stakes were Quaker events, and in the 2-year-old trot, Stone Valley went wire-to-wire in 2:10 2/5 for driver Corey Kreiser. In the Quaker Pace, King of the Road got away last in the field of 7 with found his way to the winner's circle on the far outside with a 2:06 and 3/5 effort, winning in a tight 3-horse photo. Wayne Long drove for owner Genevieve Luke and trainer Joe Offit.